Commonly people think in the Ratna Simhasana or in the altar of the Jagannath temple only 3 idols are there, but that is not true. This is not the original image. Behind this image, the original Bedakali image is there. But why this second image came to existence? Because the original image was so fierce looking, people are very afraid to look at her. It is a type of Rath Yatra. It is called Chaitra Gundicha or Ashwina Rath Yatra or Shakta Gundicha also, the Gundicha of Shakti. So, this is a very important festival as far as Sri Jagannath culture is concerned. Jagannath temple is known as Sri Mandir, the temple of Jagannath. Puri is known as Sri Kshetra, the place of Lakshmi. So, everything belongs to Lakshmi. The topic of the satsang is Sri Jagannath and Shakti cult. It is of the Durga Madhava shrine, a very small shrine which is attached to the outer wall of the Sri Jagannath temple. It was built in 15th century AD. It was not earlier there. So, there is a beautiful story. I will tell you about it, how this shrine was built. The king of Puri was Shri Purushottamdev. We call him Gajapati. The title of the Puri king is Gajapati. So, Gajapati Purushottamdev was very much impressed by the beauty of the king of Kanchi's daughter, Padmavati, Princess Padmavati. She was very beautiful. So, Gajapati Purushottamdev wanted to marry her. So, he sent a messenger to king of Kanchi, Salva Narasingha, asking the hand of her daughter in marriage. But Salva Narasingha told the messenger that I will not give the hand of my daughter to a person or a king who is a sweeper, because Gajapati Purushottamdev did the service of sweeping the floor of the chariots of Lord Jagannath during the Rath Yatra. So, Gajapati Purushottamdev was very angry, not because it was insult to him, but because it was insult to his Lord or Lord Jagannath. So, he went on a war with king of Kanchi, and unfortunately the Puri king lost the war and they came back. So, after coming back from the war, they were dejected. Again, Gajapati Purushottamdev went inside the temple and prayed to Lord Jagannath to assist him in winning the war. And when he was coming back from the temple, at this particular place outside the Jagannath temple and adjacent to the outer building, he saw the image of Durga Madhava. Durga, the first idol is Goddess Durga. Next to him is Madhava, or a miniature form of Lord Jagannath. So, he saw this image and he thought that I have got blessings of the gods and definitely I am going to win the war. So, he went on a war. Before that, there is another incident. Lord Jagannath and Lord Balabhadra also rode 2 horses. Lord Jagannath is black in color. He rode a white horse. We believe Lord Balabhadra is white in color. He rode a black horse, and both went into the war as dressed as fighters or warriors. On the way, they felt thirsty. Very nearby Puri, there is a village. They felt thirsty. So, to quench their thirst, they looked everywhere and they found a woman. That woman was selling yogurt, or we call it curd. So, they told him, we are thirsty, please quench our thirst. That woman prepared a drink made up of yogurt and gave it to them. They quenched their thirst and again were about to ride the horse. Then the lady asked for money. So, the Lord Jagannath Balabhadra were dumbfounded from where they will bring the money. So they thought for a while and told, they picked up they took out the ring and gave the ring to the lady and told him, look, the king of Puri is coming behind us. You show them the ring and he will give you the money. So they went away and the women stood there. After some time, the king along with his troop were passing by, and that woman, she blocked the road of the king and told, listen, two people, they came by horses, they drank yogurt drink, didn't give me any money, but they gave me the ring. And the king is instantly recognized, this is the ring of Lord Jagannath, because he knows it, it is dear to him. At that moment, the king thought, if Lord Jagannath and Lord Balabhadra are with us, definitely I am going to win this war. So the king was very happy, gave her, not only gave her money, but he donated the whole village to her. And that village is known as Manika Patana. The name of the lady is Manika and the name of the village is Manika Patna. That village is famous for the curd, that is the speciality. So the king and his troop went on a war. I am telling earlier incidents. In the first war, when the king of Puri was defeated in the war, the king of Kanchi was devotee of Ganesh, Lord Ganesh, and there was a presiding deity of Ganesh, which is called, uh, uh, we call it Vanda Ganesh, but that is a tantric form of Ganesh, Uchchishta Ganapati. In the Ganapati idol is there, on his lap, the Shakti of Ganesh is seated, and the trunk of the elephant or the snout of Lord Ganesh touches the private part of the Shakti. It is Uchchishta Ganapati or a tantric form of Lord Ganesh. The king worshipped him, and that Ganapati helped him win the war. So, when in the next time, in the second war, when Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra helped Lord Gajapati Purushottamdev to fight the war, so the power of Ganesha was diminished and the king of Puri won the war. Not only that, they brought the Ganesh idol to Puri. That Ganesh idol is kept inside the Sri Jagannath temple, behind the Jagannath temple, as a mark to show disrespect. So, they are placed behind the Sri Jagannath temple. It is the only idol which is not of Kalingal architecture, it is southern architecture. So, that Ganesh idol is still kept there. So, they brought as a war trophy, and the rest of the story very shortly, as morning participants know, the princess of Kanchi was handed over to the minister and the king told, go get her married to a sweeper, because the king had told, her father had told, he will not give the hand of her daughter to a sweeper. So, please get her married to a sweeper. After some month, the minister was very witty, he waited. After some month, the Yatra took place, and at that time when the king was sweeping the floor of the chariots, the minister arrived with the daughter of king of Kanchi and offered her hand to the king of Puri, told, now you are a sweeper and there are no more worthy sweeper than you, so please accept her hand. And they both married each other and lived happily ever after. So, this shrine was established by King Purushottamdev, and this is the story of Durga Madhava. I will tell something about the Durga Madhava worship or Durga Madhava tradition in Odisha. So, this particular rest of the places in India, Madhava or Vishnu is associated with Lakshmi, Durga is associated with Shiva, but here this uniqueness, Madhava or Vishnu is associated with Durga. So, this worship form is known as Durga Madhava worship, and it is very popular, it is unique to Odisha. So, now I will tell little bit why Durga Madhava worship and why Durga and Madhava are so popular. I will tell you a shloka. that glorifies the 16 names of Vishnu. Lord Vishnu has thousands of names. 16 names are very popular. The shloka is Aushade Chintayat Vishnum Bhojane cha Janardanam Shayane Padmanabham cha Vivahe cha Prajapatim Juddhe Chakradharam Devam Pravase cha Tibikramam Narayanam Tanutyage Sridharam Priyasangame Dushapne Smara Govindam Sankate Madhusudanam Kanane Narasinghancha Parvate Raghunandanam Jala Madhye Barahancha Pabake Jalasainam Mayashu Bamanang Demam Sarva Karjeshu Madhavam. Our tradition is remembering sloka so that it is easier to explain. So in Ayurveda also, which I read, we memorize lot of slokas. It is easier that way. So Aushade Chintayat Vishnum. While taking medicine, remember the name of Vishnu. Aushade Chintayat Vishnum Bhojane cha Janardanam. While taking food, you remember Janardana. Shayane Padmanabham cha Vivahe cha Prajapatim. While sleeping, you remember Padmanabha, and during the marriage, remember Prajapati. So in invitational cards during marriages, it is written Om Shri Shri Prajapataye Namaha. So it is the name of Vishnu. Juddhe Chakra Dharam Devang Pravase cha Tibikramam. While going to a war, remember Chakradhara. Chakra is a weapon, Sudarshana Chakra. So remember Chakradhara. Juddhe Chakradharam Devang Pravase cha Tibikramam. While in the home, remember Trivikrama. Kanane Narasinghancha Parvate Raghunandanam. While in forest, remember Narasingha. And while in the mountain, remember Raghunandana. Jala Madhye Barahancha Pavake Jala Sainam. While inside water, remember Baraha. While near the fire, remember Jalasai. Jala Madhye Barahancha Pavake Jala Sainam Mayasu Bamanang Devam Sarvakarjasu Madhavam. While engulfed by Maya, remember Bamana form of Vishnu, and at all times remember Madhava. So Madhava is the name you can remember at all time, in any condition, in any distress. That's why Madhava form is so important. And regarding the importance of Durga, there is also a sloka. Prabhate jaha smaret nityang Durga Durga akshara dvayam apad tasya nashyanti tamaha surja daye jatha. It means one who chants the name of Durga, that is made up from two alphabets, Durga, that is made up of two alphabets. If one chants Durga daily in morning, his all problems vanish, same as darkness vanish after the rise of sun. So Durga meaning, the meaning of Durga is also known as Durgati Nashini. Your bad times go away. Durga removes your obstacles, she removes your bad times. So that's why Durga and Madhava are so popular in Odisha. So now we will come to the Satsang, and the topics of the Satsang are importance of Shakti cult in Sri Jagannath culture, Ashta Shaktis of Sri Kshetra, Devi Subhadra, Bhudevi and Sri Devi, Vimala Devi, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, Mahalakshmi Devi, Uttam Chandi, Bedha Kali Devi, Durga Madhava and Shakta Gundicha, Charchika Devi, Ardhasini Devi, the Goshanis, and conclusion. So let us know the importance of Shakti cult in Sri Jagannath culture. There is a sloka, Jagannathastu Sakshat Dakshina Kalika Para. Lord Jagannath is sometimes compared with Dakshina Kali. He is seen as Dakshina Kali by the Shaktas, primarily because both Jagannath and Dakshina Kali both are black in color. So that is one major reason why Lord Jagannath is viewed as Dakshina Kali. Another sloka says, Vimala Bhairavi Yatra Jagannathastu Bhairava, meaning where Where Vimala is Bhairavi, the Jagannatha is Bhairava. In every Shakti Peeth, there is a Bhairavi and Bhairava. Bhairavi is the Shakti and Bhairava is Shiva. So the Shaivas revere Lord Jagannath as Bhairava and Goddess Vimala as Bhairavi. The Ashta Shaktis or the Ashta Chandis of Sri Kshetra. At the time when the Kshetra was established, the Purushottam Kshetra, as you know, the Puri in ancient times was known as Purushottam Kshetra. At that time, Lord Jagannath came here to stay here forever. So he also requested Lord Shiva to be established at Ekamara Kshetra, Bhuvaneshwari. So Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu both stayed nearer to each other. And when Lord Vishnu stayed here, he told Ashta Shaktis to protect the Kshetra, Ashta Shakti and Ashta Shambhu. Ashta Shambhu are 8 forms of Shiva and Ashta Shaktis are 8 forms of the Devi. So this Kshetra is designed like a conch. We call it Shankha Kshetra. So to protect the Shankha Kshetra, Ashta Shaktis and Ashta Shambhus stayed at different parts. In Hinduism, there are 8 cardinal directions or 8 digas. We call as 8 digas, Ashta digas. So what are they? East, west, north, south, southeast, northeast, southwest and northwest. These are the 8 directions, and on each of the directions, the 8 forms of Shakti were established. So who were they? In the east, Goddess Marichika. In the west, Goddess Vimala. In the north, Goddess Ardhasini. In the south, Goddess Kalaratri. And in the southwest direction, which is known as Nairuta Kona, Goddess Harachandi in form of Chandi was established. In the northeast direction or the Aishanya Kona, Goddess Alamba or now popularly known as Alam Chandi was established. In the northwest corner or the Bayu corner, Goddess Sarvamangala was established. And in the Agni Kona or the southeast direction, Goddess Mangala near the butter tree were established. So all these 8 forms of Shakti, they protect the Sri Kshetra. Now let us know about Devi Subhadra, which is seated, as you can see in front, seated in between Lord Jagannath and Lord Balabhadra. She is the sister of Krishna and Balaram. So let us know how she is worshipped and what is her real nature. The right side picture is the picture of Lord Subhadra seated in the chariot. It is taken in the chariot. And the left side picture is from the National Museum, New Delhi. This sculpture, if you look carefully, the first idol is of Mahishamardini Durga. Next to him is idol of Jagannath. Next to him is a small Shiva Linga. Like this, another 2 or 3 sculptures exist in which the position of the deities interchange. But what does it indicate? There are 2 main theories behind this. One popular theory is that actually it is a part of a bigger picture in which the king of Puri is prostrating before the deities. So at that time in 13th century AD, Odisha was famous for Shaiva worship, Vaishnava worship and Shakta worship. So to unite all the 3 forms of worship, Goddess Durga, Lord Jagannath and Lord Shiva in form of Linga are represented here. So it is the unification of all these 3 sects. Another popular theory says that it is actually the forms of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra. Lord Jagannath at the center, the Shiva Linga is the form of Lord Balabhadra, who is Rudra Rupa, who is a form of Lord Shiva, and Mahishamardini Durga is a form of Goddess Subhadra. This indicates Sri Vasudeva, Sri Bhuvaneshwari and Sri Narayana. Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra throughout the year are worshipped in this wooden idol form, but for 15 days during after the Snana Yatra, I told in the morning, there is a bathing, the sacred water is poured over the idols, and it is called the Snana Yatra or the bathing festival, during which the idols, they get ill. In local language, we call that after bathing for a long time, they get ill and suffer from fever, and they get treatment. Actually, what happens, because they are wooden idols, so to protect their longevity, they put some natural applications, natural paste, and some ropes around the idol to keep them intact for a longer period. So during that time when they are getting treatment, this patti, it is called a patti diya. The form is known as Pattachitra painting, but they are known as patti diya. Patti means a special cloth upon which the painting of the lords are painted, and these are all natural form of colors, no artificial colors. So in natural colors they are painted. Every year new painting is done, and this particular painting is worshipped when the original idols are being treated. At that time you cannot see the original idols, you can see only this painting, and they represent Sri Narayana in form of Lord Jagannath, Sri Bhuvaneshwari in form of Goddess Subhadra, and Sri Vasudeva in form of Lord Balabhadra. So we know that Goddess Subhadra is a form of Sri Bhuvaneshwari. Bhuvaneshwari means Bhuvana and Ishwari, two words. Ishwari means the goddess of Bhuvana or the universe or the world. She is the goddess of the world. Then let us know the Parsho Devis or the side deities of the chariot of Goddess Subhadra. During the Car festival or the Rath Yatra time, there are three chariots, one each for Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra, and Goddess Subhadra. And in each of the chariots, there are 9 side deities or goddesses each. So in the front side, there are no goddesses. In the left side, right side, and the behind, there are 3 gods or goddesses each. So Devi Subhadra has goddesses attached to her chariot. Lord Jagannath and Lord Balabhadra have gods attached to their chariots. So who are the 9 goddesses attached to the chariot of Goddess Subhadra? So one is Goddess Barahi. She is one of the Saptamatrika. Later on, if tomorrow you are going to Parshurameshwara temple, there you can see Goddess Barahi there. And in Jajpur also you can see Saptamatrika. So second is Goddess Chamunda. She is also one of the Saptamatrika or the mother deity. Next is Durga. It is specifically seen in Odisha or Puri, not anywhere else. And this idol, you can see Lord Shiva is seated at the left side and Lord Vishnu is seated at the right side. And a thorn has pierced the feet of the goddess, and Lord Vishnu is taking out the thorn. So she is known as Durga. Then Goddess Vimala is also attached to the chariot of Goddess Subhadra. I will tell more about her. Then Goddess Harachandi, it is actually Mahishamardini Durga. Goddess Durga slaying the Mahishasura or the demon Mahisa. Then Goddess Katyayani. Then comes Bhadra Kali or the Kali. Then Jaya Durga, it is also Mahishamardini Durga, but she has 4 hands. In the top 2 hands, she holds conch and chakra or discus, and the bottom 2 hands, she holds a trishula and pierces the chest of Mahishasura. This particular form is known as Jaya Durga. And then she has Goddess Bhuvaneshwari as her Parsho Devata deity. And Bhuvaneshwari, she holds Pasha and Ankusha. Pasha means a noose and Ankusha means a goad. Ankusha, the goad we used to drive an elephant. So with noose and goad, she holds in her upper hands, and The bottom two hands are in Barada and Abhaya Mudra. So these are the 9 deities which are found in the chariot of Goddess Subhadra. Next, we come to Bhudevi and Sri Devi. Commonly, people think in the Ratna Simhasana or in the altar of the Jagannath temple only 3 idols are there, but that is not true. Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra, Goddess Subhadra, along with Lord Sudarshan is also there in form of a stick. They are the 4 main idols. Apart from that, Lord Madhava, a miniature form of Lord Jagannath made up of wood, is also there. Along with them, Bhudevi and Sri Devi. So they are the consorts of Lord Jagannath. So these 7 idols are placed on the altar of the Sri Jagannath temple. So who are Bhudevi and Sri Devi? In other places, specifically in Bengal, the consorts of Lord Vishnu are Lakshmi and Saraswati usually, but in Odisha, they are Bhudevi and Sri Devi. Sri Devi is Lakshmi, a form of Lakshmi at the right side. She is made up of gold, not pure gold. The idol is wooden idol. On it, there is gold plating, and rest of the things are in silver, solid silver. So she is Sri Devi. Left side is Bhudevi or the earth goddess. So they are the consorts of Lord Jagannath, and they take part in all the ceremonies or festivals that are observed outside the main temple. Inside the main temple, also outside the main temple, they are carried and taken to those places where the festivals happen. So they are known as Bhudevi and Sri Devi. Now let us come after Goddess Subhadra. The most important deity in Sri Jagannath temple is Goddess Vimala. This is a representational image only. Roughly, this is her feature. In the top 2 hands, she holds a snake and a human being, and another hand she holds an akshar mala, a mala or a rosary, and a pot in the bottom left hand. And besides her, there are 2 female attendants. If we look closely, the iconography of her temple, we can say it was built during the 10th or 11th century AD. And the idol is also not in good condition. So, over the main idol, some paste is applied to give her the current look. So, she is Goddess Vimala, and this is very indigenous to Puri. Nowhere else apart from Puri, you will find an idol of Goddess Vimala. So, she is Goddess Vimala, and Goddess Vimala is she is one of the Shakti, the Vimala Kshetra or the Vimala temple is one of the Shakti Peeth of India. So, what are the Shakti Peeth? So, there is another story from the Puranas. Shiva was first married to Sati, and later on in Sati's second birth, she was born as Parvati and Shiva married Parvati. But earlier, Shiva first married Sati. During a yajna, Sati's father organized a big yajna. He invited everybody from his family, all the gods, but he didn't invite Lord Shiva. Why? Because in a previous occasion, in a function, in a family function, everybody was seated. Sati is the daughter of Daksha Prajapati. So, Shiva is his son-in-law. So, when Daksha came, everybody stood up and prostrated before Daksha, but Shiva didn't stand. Because he is the Mahadev, he is the god of gods. So, why should he stand? So, at that time, Lord Shiva, Daksha was very angered. So, to take revenge, he organized a big yajna. He invited everybody except Shiva and Sati. So, Sati came to know, my father is organizing yajna, I must go. Shiva told, look, he has not invited us, don't go, otherwise he will be insulted. So, Sati could not stay calm. She told, no, if you are not going, it is okay, but I must go. So Sati came to the yajna of Daksha. There Daksha didn't give her any importance. Even he told bad words about Lord Shiva. At that time, Sati, she was very fond of Shiva. She could not tolerate. She self-immolated her. She died. By seeing this, the attendants of Lord Shiva, they fought a war. Later on, a big war was fought between Daksha and all the gods at one side, Lord Shiva and his warriors at another side, and the war was won by Lord Shiva. Lot of other stories are there. But after that, Lord Shiva uh, brought the dead body of Sati. He was very upset and he hold on to her body and roamed throughout the universe. He was very worried, very upset and dejected. So at that point, all the gods thought, if such is the position of Lord Shiva, such is the if such is the position of Lord Shiva, or such is the state in which Lord Shiva is, it will not be beneficial for the universe. So we must do something to calm down. So Lord Vishnu, he released his Sudarshan Chakra, which caught the body of Sati. They fell down at 51 different parts of India. And those places where the parts of Goddess Sati's body fell, a Shakti Peeth came up. And at each of the 51 Shakti Peeth, there is a Shakti and there is a Bhairav also. So in Puri, some say the naval part fell, some say the feet fell, whatever. So it is a Shakti Peeth, and here the Shakti is Goddess Vimala and the Bhairava is Lord Jagannath. What are the rituals in Goddess Vimala's temple? Till today, when Mahaprasad is offered to Lord Jagannath, it becomes Mahaprasad, but additionally some portions of the Mahaprasad are offered to Goddess Vimala also. Maybe to remind a tradition that at some point of time in the past, both Vimala and Lord Jagannath were of prime importance. They were worshipped as Bhairava and Bhairavi. And at that time, maybe some tantric form of worship was going on. We know, as localites, we know during the Durga Puja time, there is a called Shola Puja or 16 days of Puja, which starts from the 8th day of the dark fortnight of the month of Ashwina up to the 9th day of the bright fortnight of the month of Ashwina. One day is rest day. So during these 16 days, some secret rituals happen in Goddess Vimala, Shola Puja, Durga Madhava and Shakta, during which the Madhava, this is the Madhava idol at the left side, which is worshipped at the main altar of the Jagannath temple, the miniature form of Lord Jagannath. So Madhava and Goddess Durga, it is a representational idol of Lord Durga. For the first 8 days, they are worshipped in the temple of Goddess Vimala together. Next 8 days, they are brought on a palanquin, a chariot-shaped palanquin, to another place outside the Jagannath temple known as Narayani Peetha. There they are worshipped. So this is the Shola Puja time. During this time, on 7th day, 8th, Saptami, Mahasaptami, Mahastami and Mahanavami, animal sacrifice is offered near Goddess Vimala. As we all know, animal sacrifice is not something new in Hindu form of worship. During the time of Vedas, the Yajnas were observed in which Ashwamedha Yajna was held, or a ceremonial horse was also sacrificed. But in Ayurvedic text in Charak Samhita, which I have read, it is written that from the earliest time in Yajnas, the animals were only symbolically used. They were brought to the Yajna, some mantras were chanted and they were released. Later on, at certain period, the animals were sacrificed, and in one particular yajna, so many animals were sacrificed, there was shortage of animals. It is written in Charak Samhita. I can later on show you the text. So, I believe originally it was not meant as it is followed now. Animal sacrifice was not the original idea. So, later on, maybe to satiate our salivary glands or for our taste, we offer as sacrifice to the gods and take it as prasad. That is my personal view. So, during that time animal sacrifice is made, a fish is offered, goats are offered, and that are offered to limited people in Puri, but they are offered. And those Lord Jagannath temple, everything is sattvic. In this particular sacrifice happens at midnight, not daytime, when all the rituals have been completed. A very special gate is there through which the fish and the goat are carried out and offered as sacrifice. So, this is the ritual of Goddess Vimala. Then Goddess Bhuvaneshwari. She is another goddess, one of the Parsha Devi of the chariot of Goddess Subhadra. Her two hands, one is noose and one is Ankusha or the goat, G-O-A-D, goat. And the bottom two hands are in Abhaya and Varada. This is Abhaya Mudra, means she is giving you assurance. She will help you from any situation. She will protect you. This is the Abhaya Mudra. This is Varada Mudra. She is giving you boon, money or blessings, whatever. So, her lower two hands are in Varada and Abhaya Mudra, and upper two hands hold Pasha and Ankusha. She is one of the principal female deities in Sri Jagannath temple. Next is Mahalakshmi. She has a special Bhudevi and Sri Devi are there near Lord Jagannath, but Mahalakshmi also has got a temple dedicated to her. So, this is a representational image only. So, in her upper hand, she is holding two lotuses, and the lower two hands also Abhaya and Varada Mudra. So, this is the temple of Mahalakshmi. It is an interesting story. Kuttam Chandi, even many local people do not know. Once at certain point of time, several hundred years ago, dogs used to enter into Sri Mandir or Sri Jagannath temple. In Shiva temple, if dogs enter, the temple is not defiled, because Lord Shiva is a resident of Smashana or crematory ground. He lives in crematory ground. So, for him nothing is, nothing can impure him. So, if dogs enter into a Shiva temple, nothing happens. But if dogs enter in a Vishnu temple, the temple becomes defiled, and there is need of sanctifying the temple again. So, many times dogs enter into the temple at that time. So, the situation arose to desanctify again the temple, and there was a famous Tantric who came to Puri. He advised the king to install a deity of Kuttam Chandi. It is a representational image. Kuttam Chandi means a Chandi form or a fierce female deity seated on a dog. Dog is Kutta in local language. So, on a dog, a deity, female deity is seated. When Kuttam Chandi was installed in the temple, then after that no dogs entered into the temple. It is a true story. And at that point of time, this deity Kuttam Chandi was actually installed near the main shrine of Lord Jagannath. But later period, during the Vaishnava movement, the Vaishnava devotees or gurus, they were against this worship. So, they forced the king to remove the idol. That idol now is near the Mukti Mandapa, where all the Brahmin priests, where they sit and give counsel. So, near the Mukti Mandapa, this Kuttam Chandi idol is there. Before Kuttam Chandi also, there was an idol of Lord Shankaracharya and his prime disciple Padmapadacharya. Their idol was also there near the main shrine or male altar. They were also removed. And Ekopada Bhairava, there was a Bhairava statue that was also removed because conflict of tradition, nothing else. Before it was Tantric tradition, later on Vaishnavism came, it was more Bhakti tradition. So, due to conflict of tradition, these idols were removed and the king was following the Vaishnava people. That's why, otherwise not. Next is Bedha Kali Devi. Bedha means in Odia, local language, Bedha means premises. So, Bedha Kali means Kali who protects the premises of Sri Jagannath temple. This is a representational image, but very alike. So, the image which you see, two-handed Kali, upper hand she is holding a khadga or a sword, and left hand she is holding a patra or a pot filled with blood, and she is seated. Actually, there is another story to it. This is not the original image. Behind this image, the original Bedhakali image is there. But why this second image came to existence? Because the original image was so fierce looking, people are very afraid to look at her. So, to make people more comfortable, this second image was made. It is not a stone image, it is made of stucco or some paste they applied and made up this image. So, this is Bedhakari who protects the premises of Lord Jagannath temple. Durga Madhava and Sakta Gundija I have already told. This 16-day festival, first 8 days they are kept, Durga and Madhava are kept in Vimala temple. Last 8 days they are carried on a palanquin, chariot shaped palanquin. It is a type of Rath Yatra. It is called Chaitra Gundicha or Ashwina Rath Yatra or Sakta Gundicha also, the Gundicha of Shakti. So, this is a very important festival as far as Sri Jagannath culture is concerned. Next is Charchika Devi. She is the presiding deity of the area where chariots are made. During the car festival, the process starts much earlier. During the Saraswati Puja, the formal worship starts to bring the sacred woods, and after the woods have come to the place on the grand road near the Sri Jagannath temple, on Akshaya Tritiya, the chariot making is started, and the carpenters and all the people who are taking care to build the chariot, they offer their worship to Goddess Charchika. She protects them. So, this is Goddess Charchika, and not many people know about this. And regarding her form, she might be Durga or Kali, we do not know. Usually, the female deity are either forms of Durga or Kali or Lakshmi, like that, or Saptamatrika, but the earliest forms of female deities are Saptamatrika in Odisha. Later on, Mahishasura Mardini Durga is one of the earliest worship deities, but Kali worship started much later. We do not have instances of any Kali image prior to 15th century AD. They all Chandis are there, but the iconography of Kali appeared only 15th century onwards, not before that. There are Chamunda, there are Saptamatrika, there are Mahishamardini Durga, there are Lakshmi, but no Kali image. Then another interesting deity is Ardhashini Devi. She looks very much like Goddess Subhadra. So, who is she? She is Ardhashini. Her full name is Ardha Shoshini. Ardha means half, Shoshini means one who sucks or engulfs. During the dissolution of the universe or at the time of Pralaya, when the universe is dissolved, a flood water rises which engulfs everything. And this goddess, she sucks or drinks half of that water. That's why she is known as Ardha Shoshini or Ardhashini. Her temple is on the Grand Road. During the Rath Yatra, when the deities return from the Gundicha temple, in the return journey, they halt near this temple. they are offered special cakes. We call it Podopitha. So, they are offered special cakes, and after that the chariot again moves. So, she is the Ardhashini Devi. And at last, the Goshanis of Puri. When everywhere apart from Puri, we worship Durga Puja, here in Puri we worship the Goshanis. The meaning of Goshani, actually it is a term related to Goswamini. So, in our culture, if there is an honorary person, we address him as Goswami, and her wife is addressed as Goswamini. So, from Goswamini, it becomes Goshani. But actually, they are all Mahishamardini Durga, but they have different name: Jani Khai, Kakuri Khai, Konta Kadi, Gelobai, several colloquial names. But they all have a original idol. The original idol made of stone, it is worshipped throughout the year, and these are only clay idols made during the Durga Puja, and all original idols are of Mahishamardini Durga. So, they are also Mahishamardini Durga idols, and you will be amazed that the height of one or two idols are of a two-storied building, such huge idols. And here Durga, you will see, she is like a warrior, not soft form. In Bengal, Durga is very soft. No. But here, she is a warrior, not only a warrior, fierce warrior. In one such Goshani known as Shunya Goshani. Shunya means in mid-air. There is a big bamboo stick, and in mid-air, the Durga is slaying the Mahishasura. So, in mid-air, she is slaying. So, that is Shunya Goshani. So, lot of Goshanis are there, and this is the speciality of Puri, and they are traditionally decorated in traditional costumes and jewelries. At the end, I will conclude. So, we know Shiva and Shakti both complement each other. Shakti is the dynamic force. Shiva is motionless without Shakti. Shiva is unmanifest. Shakti is the manifestation. Sri Jagannath and Sri Lakshmi. Sri Lakshmi, actually, Jagannath temple is known as Sri Mandir, the temple of Jagannath. Puri is known as Sri Kshetra, the place of Lakshmi. So, everything belongs to Lakshmi. The Mahaprasad is cooked by Lakshmi. So, when Lord Jagannath returns from car festival, actually Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra, the brothers and sisters move in the car festival. They do not take Lakshmi with them. So, when they return, Lakshmi is very angry. She closes the door of the temple. She does not allow them to re-enter. So, Lord Jagannath, he offers her Rasgulla and he sings praises for her to pacify her. Then she is happy, then she lets her inside the temple. The Purusha is powerless in front of Prakriti. In Bengal, there is a joke. A person was scolding another person, "What, you are trying to frighten me? I am not afraid even of my wife." This was the return journey from car festival. So, on 5th day, it is called Hera Panchami. On 5th day, Goddess Lakshmi comes from the temple and goes near the Gundicha temple where the chariots are kept, and she breaks one wood of the chariot and returns back. The Shiva and Shakti, or be it Sri Jagannath and Sri Lakshmi, or be it the union of Prakriti or Purush. Prakriti is the primordial female entity, and Purusha is the primordial male entity. Their union is always beneficial of the universe. And may Lord Jagannath, Goddess Lakshmi, Lord Shiva and Goddess Shakti be beneficial to all of us. Thank you.